Hi, I'm Taylor with Concierge Physical Therapy Services, and today I'm making this video to give you another option or idea to practice standing within your home. So I work with a lot of neurological patients, being spinal cord injury, stroke survivors, traumatic brain injury, and Guillain-Barré. And one of the key focuses of any neurological recovery is weight-bearing positions. Our muscles actually work differently when we have our body weight on them versus when we're sitting in the chair doing an exercise. So my quadriceps work differently when I'm sitting down than when they do when I'm up and standing. So it's so essential to practice standing positions if returning to walking or returning to any type of standing pivot transfers is the goal. Now, one of the best places within the home I find to practice standing is actually at your kitchen sink. So what I have set up here, I do have a dining room chair here today. Ideally, you want the chair that you're going to be sitting in to be a very secure chair. So that might mean you have some help with someone securing that chair for you, kind of stabilizing it. Or I really like if for my clients that are in wheelchairs to bring the wheelchair all the way up to the sink, making sure those brakes are locked so that if you do have to sit suddenly, you're sitting to a firm surface. So as I get set up here, you will notice that I have the chair very, very close to the sink. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can use the cabinets to block my knees. What's great about this is if a knee suddenly does buckle, you have a little bit of extra support in the cabinets preventing a forward translation of that knee and a little bit more stability. Now, that being said, if you have a pedestal type sink or cabinets that are not secure, that little safety net is not there. So just keep that in mind. And why I like using the sink so much is I can actually curl my hands up and over the top here. When you're trying to stand to a counter, having your hands flat on the counter just doesn't give you the same amount of pull as if you bring your hands over the edges of the sink. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand up, pull myself up here. Okay, so when I really leaned forward like this, all my weight's really through my hands, very little's going through my feet. So what I want to do is kind of just start to transition backwards so more and more of my weight is being held by my feet. You'll notice that the chair is still right up behind me, so if I do need to suddenly sit, it is there. Ideally, you are sitting with control, but as we all know, that doesn't always happen. So having that extra person to secure the chair is always the best safety measure here. Now, in this standing position, I can work on a lot of different activities. The first of which just being weight shifting side to side. So kind of practicing moving your weight over one foot and then the other. This is a precursor to walking. And then I can actually add a little bit to that by weight shifting away and then picking up my foot. Weight shifting away, picking up the opposite foot. Again, just to facilitate eventual ability to walk and transfer in standing positions. I can also work on having decreased arm support. So I can reach up, I can wash a window. If you're really ambitious, you can get down and wash the dishes actually. So that way you're actually practicing functional tasks in a standing position. I hope that this is it gives you some ideas of things you can continue to work on at home. That way you're getting the most practice in those weight-bearing positions as possible. As always, safety comes first. So if there's any concern about falling or you have some significant weakness, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you have a second person assist you with this. Even better if you're using a gait belt, as they can better control you at that belt line than what they can pulling on your arms. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. And as always, if you are in need of physical therapy services, don't be hesitant, reach out to us and I'd be glad to help you. Thanks again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.